This is Ben, Liam and Belle on Nova.
G'day there, podcaster.
Yeah, would you let your partner sleep with a dying friend? That's a question that Ben posed to us on this podcast. It's the first thing you'll hear. There's something truly foul that you revealed, Belle. I don't even know if you were planning on doing that today. It just sort of came out. We learned something about your life.
Yeah.
And I honestly think of you differently now.
Yeah, it's something Belle does every day that will change your opinion of her.
I'm still here and I'm healthier than ever.
Are you just now, because just between friends, like podcast, was that a little bit radio mayo? Were you just like hamming it up
Radio
a bit?
mayo.
Absolutely not.
You actually do that?
Yes.
Oh my God.
And I don't see what the big deal is.
Bruh. You'll hear what we're talking about in the first 10 minutes of the pod. Enjoy.
A very interesting question is doing the rounds on Reddit this morning. I thought I'd bring it to the table to see what you guys think.
Okay.
A woman on Reddit has revealed her boyfriend cheated on her with his terminally ill friend because it was her dying wish.
Right.
Can we confirm she's dying?
Yes.
It does seem
according to the person on Reddit, the friend is now dead.
Oh, that's awful. So the friend was a female and terminally ill and said to her male friend, my dying wish is to sleep with you.
Yep.
He was taken at the time.
Yep.
And now his girlfriend's like, well, what the hell?
What happened? So another friend told the girlfriend, hey, did you know this happened?
Yeah.
And then she confronted the partner about it whilst he was still mourning, and he admitted, yes, that happened.
It's almost the perfect crime for him, though, because I'm just being a good Samaritan.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
You know?
Sounds like you're on his side.
No, I mean, I don't think...
Well, it does raise a very interesting question. Would you let your partner sleep with their friend if they were terminal and it was their final request?
It's very, very specific.
Yeah.
No, pal. You're going to die wondering.
Well,
Really?
100%.
Okay.
I don't care how good a friend they are.
what if your partner was like, so there's an extra detail of this that I haven't shared yet that makes it a little bit more complicated. So the person who was terminal, that was passing away, they were a virgin.
Oh.
And it wasn't that they specifically wanted to sleep with that person, but they were on their deathbed and they were like, I want to experience.
Well,
did not
it
need
is
to be him then. It did not need
There
to be
is
him.
services for that sort of thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's very convenient that it has to be that girl's
yeah, but
boyfriend.
you can also
know?
imagine that it's pretty scary for someone who's like, oh, you want me to go hire a sex worker as opposed to just sleep with a friend?
Just find a single friend.
Not as scary as dying. You know what I mean? Like, it's already a scary situation.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So
I know it's obviously a horrible situation, but
okay, well Ben, let's put the ball in your court. So your wife, Sam, has a great male friend.
Yep.
He's dying and he says, I just really want to sleep with Sam.
Absolutely not.
Okay, you've got a female friend who's dying and she says, I just really want to sleep with Ben.
Baby, they're terminal.
there's probably a few.
Well.
There's probably a few friends where you could, find the goodness in your heart. Others not so much.
Oh yeah, who's the ones that you could find the goodness in your heart, eh?
You wouldn't say. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what about Ben? Because we've been good friends for so long. What if I was dying and my dying wish, I was like, Ben, come closer to my ear, and I whispered in your ear, I want to act up with Sam, with the mother of your children.
Yeah, if it's
Well,
Liam.
I mean, you are a virgin, so I can see the want to have sex.
This is true. This is true.
You could go to the gym or do the shopping or go to work. But what if you went in a beachier direction?
You're only a what if away from a holiday with the What If app.
Book accommodation, flights, packages, and more. What if? It's Aussie for travel.
There is a new stat out for all pet owners to take attention of. Apparently, 60% of pet owners are kissing their pets on the lips.
I think I'm in the 40% there, Ben and Belle. I'm happy to kiss my dog pretty much everywhere.
You told a story once on air about how you accidentally kissed your dog on the peen.
Yeah.
Right.
It was dark.
That's the 1%.
It was.
You're in the 1%.
No, well, like he's,
You skipped mouth and went straight to peen.
Maybe it's a bit gross, but our dog sort of sleeps in between us. So in the morning, I sort of normally, as I'm, getting up early to go to work, it's like, 3:30 in the morning. It's completely dark. I give my fiancée a kiss and I give the dog a little kiss, but he was sleeping a little higher on the bed than normal and got him right on the little button there.
Gross. Little mushroom.
Yeah.
I definitely, I love my dog Finn, and I kiss him on the head. I kiss him on the nose, but I would never tongue him. Like I would never fully
Okay, we're not making out.
Lips makes it seem like it's like you're kissing your dog like you'd kiss a human.
You're French kissing a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's gross. Dogs are gross. They smell. They're slobbery. Blech, yuck. Their breath stinks. Gary, my cat, yeah, I kiss him all the time.
Oh yeah, so cute. Yeah, cats with
'cause he smells
feline
like soap.
HIV and
No. He
one
smells
eye.
like
Yeah, I'd rather
dust
kiss that.
He
I've
smells
got-
just,
I've
that's
got a
so
dog
lovely.
and I've got 2 cats, and I can guarantee you my cats spend more time licking their bujolios than they
Because
do
they're clean.
doing anything else. And then you kiss them on the lips.
Well, I kiss him on that side of his face where his little lips, his little smiley mouth starts. We just adopted Jeffrey, as you know as well. He's just, we're easing him into the touch. He doesn't
Right.
like it at
Yeah.
the moment. He's a hisser.
Mhm.
But no, Gary all the time. I share my food with Gary.
What do you mean, like off? As
Well,
in you
if
just
I'm eating something, I let him have a little lick and then I'll eat it.
But you would take it out of the bowl and put it on the ground.
Nah. If I've got a slice of pizza, for example, he loves greasy pizza. So if I'm eating that, I'll go,
Are
there you
you-
go. He'll come up and he'll just wait. He just sits and stares and waits, and then I hand over a little bit of the pizza. He has a little lick of the cheese, and then eat
Oh,
it. Same with
God.
ice cream. He loves ice cream.
You actually don't know. So you yeah, but you would break off a bit of the pizza and give it to the
No,
cat.
Liam, you know what I'm saying.
You're not saying you put the slice of pizza to your cat and it has a little nibble and
he
then
has
you
a
have a
little-
nibble.
Yeah, and then I have a little
You don't do that.
Guess
You're
what?
actually-
Still alive, not sick. So
Like a baby bird.
not throwing it
Well, that's
up.
basically what you're doing. Basically.
You're actually a freak if you do that. I'm sorry. I'm just not literally
Oh my God.
I find that very hard to fathom. 100%. I get maybe if you're eating
Yeah.
something out of a bowl and you you chuck a bit on the ground or whatever. Yeah, but
Yeah, you're a freak.
Yeah, no, sometimes I like it.
so if you were having
lick the
cereal,
spoon
you'd
and
let him
stuff.
just dip his head in, have a bit of the milk.
Yeah, if he wanted.
Okay, you're just being inflammatory. I feel you're not
Provocative.
You're just saying
Provocative.
it gets the people going. No, that's
Nah. 60%
don't.
of pet owners are really, up in their pet's face, and I'm a part of that, and I don't care. Like I said, I'm easing Jeffrey into it.
13, 24, 10. Are you like Belle? Are you treating your pet like a human?
your actual rank. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to get it in my head. So you're just say you're having a bit of a couch night tonight. You're watching the footy. You're sitting there. You're eating a curry. I don't know what you eat in your own time, but you're eating a curry and you've got a big juicy bit of chook on your fork.
Well, I wouldn't because I don't eat animals, so
Well,
that's not me
it's
whatsoever.
you've eaten a few animals in front of us, so I don't know what you're doing in your spare time. Anyway, okay, whatever. It's a
Look, whatever I'm eating,
okay.
yeah. If
It's-
Gary wants a bit, I give it to him.
it's
He has a
eggplant.
taste.
It's eggplant.
Yeah.
So you got eggplant on your fork.
Yeah.
That's about to go in your mouth. Then you've got your cat next to you.
And he waits
Are-
patiently.
Are
He just
you
sits and
telling me
waits.
that you genuinely put that fork with that eggplant over to your cat's mouth? Your cat has a little nibble of that, and then that same piece of food you are then putting into your mouth.
Yes. I don't see why it's like.
Well,
honestly,
I don't think we should be friends anymore. I honestly don't. think
there is a
that.
lot of stuff that I find you do that's so disgusting.
That is
Yet I'm
foul,
still
Belle.
here. Ella in Keysborough on 132410. Ella, you back me up. You treat your pet like a human.
Absolutely. They get dressed every morning and every night, and they have their own spot at the dinner table.
Oh my gosh.
You clothe your pets every day and then you sit them at the table.
Yes.
What animal are we
sit next
talking,
to-
Ella?
We've got 2 dogs.
Yeah, right.
So
and,
do
they sit there patiently at the table?
Well, the little one, Billy, he's a bit of a nutcase, so he tries and jumps up on the table. But once we're finished eating, we push our plates over to them, and they get to lick the plate.
Oh, okay.
And then they get up and lick the table if anyone's spilt anything.
Oh,
And
come
are you so if you're having a little family dinner, it's you're there, your partner, you're eating your dinner. Would they have like a bowl of kibble on the table next to them? Would they sort of?
Depending on what Mum cooks, because Mum still cooks for all of us sometimes. When depends on what she cooks, we give them a little bowl.
Yeah, okay, of what you're having. Now, Ella, this all started because we were talking about how 60% of pet owners kiss their pets on the mouth. Ella, do you kiss your dogs on the lips?
Yes,
Yeah.
all the time.
Wow,
They
okay.
just have such cute little mouths.
Yeah, they do.
Ella,
Cute little mouths that they use to eat their own poo.
thank you very much. 13 24 10 is our number. Give us a buzz. Do you treat your pet like a human?
I mean, 60% of people supposedly kiss their pets on the mouth. Belle shares her food with her cat.
From the fork, like directly from
Like,
the fork.
have a nibble of that, then I'll have a nibble, then you have a nibble.
Don't get me wrong. I'm all for, tearing off a bit of food. If my dog's there sitting patiently, I'll tear a bit off and I'll give him a bit of food. But I'm not going to eat it off my fork.
Yeah.
But that's where cats are different to dogs. Like, no offense to dogs,
they're
but they're
not,
so slobbery
Belle.
and gross.
Cats, I've got both, and cats
Yeah,
are
but
more dirty than dogs.
Gary's tongue, he doesn't have spit. He doesn't have saliva. It's just dry. It's like a little exfoliating glove.
Right.
Anyway.
It's actually really
Yeah.
getting under my skin now.
Ghetto.
Bella in Mordialloc, good morning. Do you treat your pet like a human?
I absolutely do.
What do you do?
Well, I'm a kinder teacher, and I recently was told that I actually program things for my cat like I do at work.
What do you mean?
So, I wanted them to be entertained during the day, and they need enrichment. So I planted a flower garden so they could watch the bugs and the bees through the window.
Oh, cute.
Wow.
Okay.
And, I'm making, box houses for them to explore with, different holes to look through and put their paws through. It's a bit intense, actually. I didn't realise.
Yeah.
But they're very busy.
That to me, though, that's more like you sound like a good pet parent.
Yeah,
like you
yeah,
sound like
you do.
you're
Yeah,
taking
yeah,
good care of your pet's mental health.
Yeah, you're not a freak, feeding them from your fork.
Yeah, like Belle.
Thanks, Bella. Emma in Paran, good morning. How are you treating your pet like a human?
Hi. So I like to treat my dog once a month. I go to Entrecôte in Pran as well.
Is that?
And-
I've been there before, the French restaurant. It's really nice.
Yes, very fancy. And I like to buy him one of their signature steaks.
I mean,
Was
it's,
was it a dog or a cat? A dog.
It's a dog.
And do you bring the
how
dog
much?
to the restaurant?
I like to walk him there because I only live around the corner.
Yeah.
I get the steak and then we usually go to the park.
That's crazy.
Wow.
How much does the steak cost?
Quite expensive.
Like
put
50?
a number on
I'll
it for me.
keep that to myself.
Okay.
Elaine, you've been there. What's the steak cost from Entrecôte?
put it this way, I got the Fritz. I just got the sandwich. That was the cheapest thing. But the steak, from memory, it was you can go from 50 up.
That's
Jeez.
great. Emma, thank you so much. Jaden and Mitchum, good morning. You treat your cat like a human. How?
Yes, so I do. Excuse me. I do all of the food stuff like you do, Belle. But one thing specifically is, whenever I come home from work or being out at the shops or whatever, my cat has always had to smell my breath. I don't know why. He's always instigated it. I've never pushed it on him. He wants to do it.
Just to check
What
if
do
you've
you
been smoking
mean?
cigarettes
Yeah,
or something.
but at some point,
Hang on, as
Jaden,
in-
you had to present your breath to that cat for him to get in the habit.
does he just put his face in front of you and you have to go, and then...
Yeah, so he does obviously the sniffing motions, lifting up his head and his nose. And and he wants to smell my breath, and he won't stop until I open my mouth and let him smell my breath. And then
Can I share
weird.
something really weird and gross as well? So
I think
Jaden,
you've done
it's
enough of
kind
that this morning, Belle. I think we should
there's
reel you in a
something-
little bit.
Jaden, I don't know if you have this as well. I think there's something with your pheromones and your smells. So when I go to the gym, when I get home and get in the shower and I put my sweaty gym clothes just on the floor in the bathroom, Gary will always come and then sit on them and smell them. And I think it's something about sweat and your pheromones. I don't know, but he's always been obsessed with the gym clothes.
Steph joins us now in Hampton Park. Good morning. You're a dog groomer, is that correct?
Hi, yes, I am.
Okay, so what are you thinking about this whole thing?
Yeah, so I also used to be a vet nurse.
Uh-huh.
So I think it's actually really disgusting, the amount of feral teeth that I've seen in my career.
Mm-hmm.
You just their little front teeth, they look fine, but you pull their lip back and some of those teeth just look so deep.
Are you talking about on cats?
On both cats and dogs.
Yeah, so Steph, I adopted Gary from a vet. He doesn't have any front teeth because he was a street cat, and the side teeth had to get pulled out because they were rotted too much.
So he's got a gummy smile.
He's got 4 teeth, so he's struggles.
Belle, I don't know if you've seen
Steph.
Steph.
He's had some dental problems.
Yeah. Belle's cat, cats have about 2 eyes and 6 teeth between them, which that makes it tougher for me to hear that you're sharing
They're
saliva and such.
beautiful. Okay,
Yeah,
Steph.
me
So
too.
Okay, so you recommend against it.
Yeah, definitely pull away if they get their little mouth near you.
I don't know, Steph. I'll take it on board, but I'll see.
She's definitely becoming a crazy cat lady, that's for sure. BLB on the Nove.
We're very cool.
Yeah, we're pretty cool.
Yeah, you better catch up because we slang it up a fair bit.
Yeah, if that didn't make sense to you, you're probably too old for the station.
That's not the message we want to put across.
Sorry, bro.
I only want 18-year-olds to listen to this radio show.
You had that on the last station you were on, and you chose to leave. So don't come here.
I love everyone. I love everyone, especially if you're over 60.
Well, there's Kath from Box Hill who's we can check how old she is.
Yeah, all right. Well, let's jump into the 610 quiz.
It's 610. Hallelujah, it's 610.
Kath in Box Hill, good morning. How old are you?
54.
Yeah.
54?
4.
Yeah, no, bring it on.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
Ben loves you.
Yeah,
You are
100%.
right in the hitting zone for Ben.
Yeah, and I've always said on this show, I envy anybody who's over the age of 40 because that's the life I want to live. I'm already there. I'm already there.
You've been living
No, it only gets better.
That's what I thought. I do think that. I genuinely think the older you get, the better it gets.
Last night, Kath, Collingwood beat Melbourne with the Maynard Brayshaw clash being the talk of the town. Can you spell concussion?
Whoa.
CONCUSSION.
She's good speller. Good speller. 1 year ago today, the Queen died. Who took over as king that day?
Charles?
It was.
Kath, have you played the 610 quiz before?
No.
Is this your first time?
This is my first time.
Wow. First time at 54.
Yeah, and you're doing very well.
Guys, can we stop mentioning Kath's age? I feel like you're being the ageist one. Wow, 54 and she can talk. Really impressive, guys. Well, let's give her a snack or something.
I was making a virginity joke, okay?
I thought it was pretty funny, Bill.
Thanks,
Sorry,
Ben.
that went over my head. I was just like,
Why
what are you saying
so
that she can't
feisty
do?
this morning? What is going on?
Teachers in Melbourne reckon most students are using ChatGPT to write their assignments. So we got ChatGPT write this question
Kath,
for us.
because you're a little bit older, ChatGPT, it's like this thing that kids are using.
I'm good.
Hey, what animated film features a character named Elsa who has the power to create ice and snow?
Frozen.
Nice.
A clip of a young Margot Robbie and Liam Hemsworth from Neighbours is going viral with Americans on TikTok. Who is the Neighbours character named after an amphibian?
Toadie.
Nice.
Toadfish Rebecca. Last one here. Horror author Stephen King said he played the song Mambo No. 5 so much that his wife almost left him. Not again, Stephen. Can you finish these lyrics?
A little bit of Monica in my life, a little bit of Erica by my side, a little bit of Rita's all I need, a little bit of Tina's what I see, a little bit of Sandra in the sun, a little bit of Mary all night long, a little bit of Jessica, here I am.
A little bit of... I particularly hate this song, so it's not something I've committed to
Kath,
memory.
you're so close. Can you finish it?
No.
Oh, no. Does that mean I have to play it all again?
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
Oh, Kath, I'm sorry. Thanks for calling anyway and being a part of it for the first time.
Yeah, it is a shame that it's such a long one. So I'm really hoping that Ben can finish this off for us.
A little bit of Monica in my life, a little bit of Erica by my side, a little bit of Rita's all I need, a little bit of Tina's what I see, a little bit of Sandra in the sun, a little bit of Mary all night long, a little bit of Jessica, here I am.
A little bit of you makes me your man.
Yeah!
I was starting to feel like Stephen King's wife.
Speaking of Stephen King, he directed a fair share of spooky movies. Definitely hasn't got anything to do with this one. But Ben, we're going to send you along to The Nun 2.
Thank you very much.
There you go. There's your weekend
Good morning,
plans
guys.
sorted.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, no, yeah. Sorry, we were going to also let you pick a song.
What are you saying?
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
can we do
no.
that?
Yeah. It felt like you were hanging up on us, Ben.
What do you say?
No.
He said, "Have a good day."
I'm just saying
Oh.
feels like you were wrapping up proceedings. You'd got your prize and you were sort of out of here.
it's 20 minutes off my bedtime, guys.
Oh, sorry,
Okay.
Ben. Oh, sorry.
Benny, all right. So
do
you
you
get
want
to
us to pick
choose.
the song?
You've got Good Charlotte.
Or would you like a piece of Ashley Simpson?
What do you want to hear, Ben?
Yeah, definitely Good Charlotte there.
All right.
Good Charlotte.
Good
All
Charlotte on your Friday morning. Ready to go, Liam?
I'm ready. I'm as ready as Joel and Benji.
Belle, you ready to go?
I'm ready, Ben. Let's do it.
Here we go.
Going out to forget they were together. All that time he was taking her for granted. She wants to see if there's more than he gave. She's looking for.
What are they doing these days? Are they still on The Voice?
So I learned during that song that one of them's married to Cameron Diaz.
Yes.
And the other to Nicole Richie.
Yeah,
They've done,
right.
they've done
but
well.
Then you said, are they in the band?
Well, I didn't know.
You thought Cameron Diaz was slapping the bass, man. While Nicole Richie was just laying it down on the drums.
Cam Diaz, she just disappeared off the scene, didn't she?
Oh, she had a very good run, and I think she's just
No,
living
she
off her
decided
riches.
to.
That's what I mean. Yeah, she was a massive
Yeah,
star,
yeah.
and then she just disappeared off
But
the scene. She went, I'm done with it. I don't want to be part of it.
Yeah, because she had so many great films, and she
That's
got
awesome,
to like
though.
40, and she was like, cool.
I think the
awesome.
last one she did was like Bad Teacher.
Yes,
Yes.
that's the one. That's the one that I remember.
What
yeah.
a one to finish.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. Yeah, I would have got out after Something About Mary, I
Oh,
think.
I would
Would
have gotten
you-
out after The Holiday.
Hang
The
on.
Holiday was great.
If you're talking about her best movies,
The
so
Mask.
you've got Bad Teacher, The Mask is up
Yeah.
there. That you're all forgetting the best one.
Charlie's Angels.
No, you're still forgetting it.
What?
There's still her most iconic role. Princess
Holiday.
Fiona in Shrek. It doesn't get bigger than that.
Yeah.
Doesn't
but
get
it's
bigger
not,
than that.
That's her
So-
voice. That's,
and
that's different.
Yeah, but it's still you're Princess Fiona in Shrek.
Yeah, nah.
Would have been a hard week for her as well with the Smash Mouth stuff.
Oh yeah.
Hard week for the Shrek family,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
who was the donkey?
That was Eddie Murphy.
As Eddie
Yeah,
Murphy.
right. I don't think
yeah.
Eddie Murphy's sitting in his room crying about
I think so. Mike Myers, they probably got a group chat for sure.
Massive game of footy on last night. The first game of finals footy. It was Collingwood versus the D's, and Collingwood got the chockies.
Can you believe that? They get to the last four in the comp.
Now, the big talking point that you're seeing, in the news cycle this morning is Maynard's hit on Brayshaw. I don't think that that's the biggest talking point from the game. I think the biggest talking point happened before the game even started. If you watched the game last night or you were there, did you notice at the coin flip, this is crazy, whilst the two captains walk up to the umpire to flip the coin, there's a giant Coles prices are down red hand in the background,
just chilling,
just dancing
Just
around,
a mascot.
just
a
dancing
hand
around.
man. Be-ba-ba-doo.
Yeah, all right, Darcy, you won the coin flip, mate. Which way you want to go?
I'd love if the hand had to like breakdance to point which way Collingwood were kicking. We're gonna go this way.
There was no music.
No.
It was silent.
No.
And this guy, I'm assuming it's a guy, he's looking at legs
Yeah.
because his legs were poking out of the hands. And
Freakish.
it cut to the coin
Freakish.
toss, and you're like, oh wow, coin toss, first finals round.
Yeah.
And there's this dude like,
Especially because Darcy Moore's a giant, obviously, and then Max Gawn is like even more of a giant. And then there was just this like, I don't know if it was a kid in the suit. I don't know.
Tiny.
It was tiny.
No, I
like,
think he was a few steps back.
Do you think he was
So
hunched over like, in the
no,
suit?
No,
To
he
look
was
smaller?
like a few steps back, so that's why he looked a little bit
Oh,
smaller. But he
it
was
was
like,
honestly, if you
was
missed it,
creepy.
look it up. Look up Cole's hand like coin flip. It's
It was
like,
the most bizarre
it's-
thing I've ever seen in the game of AFL football. It was,
and like how
imagine,
much?
obviously Coles sponsor the event. Obviously they're a sponsor, right? That's cool. At some point they had to sit down in a meeting room and someone's gone, what about during the coin flip, we get the red prices are down hand to stand behind them whilst they do the coin flip?
And there's-
That's a good idea.
There's no it's not like a mascot where it's got like eyes and a mouth. Like
No.
it's just a hand with legs.
Yeah, it's not like
How
you know,
much
it's
do they
like
pay?
normally mascots. It's like, oh, kids love that.
Yeah.
That, you know, brings things into no kid is like liking that hand without a face. Woo! I reckon at the final they're going to double down. Status quo are going to be out. Curtis Stone is going to be the umpire.
You know, I hope they really lean into it.
Yeah.
And tonight's game, they get the hand to do the coin flip.
Do you know what would be? Do you know what would be? Well, that's true. It's just one giant hand. I would like, you know how sometimes they do, like on grand final day, like all the teams that don't make it, they do the mascot race.
Yeah.
It would be cool
wouldn't
to
be
put
surprised.
like Matt Shervington or like one of our great Australian athletes inside a hand man.
This is obviously, it seems like an impossible request, but I'm going to work on it behind the scenes. I would love to speak to the person in the prices are down hand.
I think it'd just be like an underpaid teenager. Let's be real.
No,
Be like, I had to stay up late after school. They packed me into the hand costume.
But I couldn't stop thinking as well, like when they were doing the coin toss, like he's obviously been waiting sideline, and then someone's gone, quick, now, go, the coin toss, and he's like run out with his little
Especially,
hand.
at no point did the hand stop dancing. The
No.
whole time he was like,
Down, diddly-doo, diddly-doo.
Just look,
Also,
let's hope he's there tonight.
Do you know
Let's
what?
look out for him.
It's so funny. Like, if it actually would be a good chat with the underpaid teenager in the hand suit because they'd cop so many sledges. Like, there'd be so many, you know what I mean? Like drunk Pies fans and stuff. Like, oh, your hand, man. You know what I mean? Like, he would be getting called so many things.
I am going to be glued to the TV tonight
Yeah.
to see if the hand makes another
Well,
appearance.
if you're just hearing about it this morning, keep an eye out. Make sure you get the game on nice and early if you're watching it from home. Jeez, a hell of a night for the Carlton Football Club. First finals in like a decade. Yeah, I'm a big blue bagger. All I care about is bags and flags. And yeah, I picked that team at the start of this year. Moving to Melbourne, I was like, yeah, look, I'll be honest, I'm not a huge footy guy, and like everyone from all the different teams stated their case. And I got to say, Carlton have been probably the most exciting team to watch this year because there has been colossal lows and triumphant highs.
A real roller coaster. A roller coaster for nobody more, though, than Tommy. Joins us now in North Carlton. Good morning, Tommy.
Good morning, blue baggers.
Tommy, this is huge. I remember we first had you on the show in, I would say, December of last year because you got some fresh ink. A very big piece on your calf of Carlton Premiers 2023. Now, since then, you and I have seen a game together. I think we got done by St Kilda in like the fourth or fifth round. Yeah, we still had fun together though. But that was like, because at the start of the season, it was like, oh my God, like Tommy, you're a genius. Like you've obviously, you've had a look at the landscape. You're like this young, rejuvenated squad. There's enough like older minds in there to know what's going on. And we're like, oh, this is easy. Carlton are just going to win because they just had a ripping start. And then we all know there was so many losses and it was horrible and fans were, throwing things at them when they were going in the tunnels. And it was a really nasty time. People were rocking up to Icon Park in the car park and having cracks
I mean,
at the players.
Tommy, could you agree that it was the time that Liam jumped on board is when they started going down with the Liam curse? But back up now.
Excuse me, I picked before round
they
one.
were going well, and then you jumped on. And they
No,
went
mate. I said whoever wins the first round of Richmond and Carlton, I will choose them, and then it was a draw. And if you remember rightly, the next morning we said the first Carlton player that answers one of our phone calls, I'll choose that team. And Brendan Favola answered his phone.
Well, Tommy, how are you feeling now? Surely you are just on cloud nine.
I'm on cloud nine, definitely. But I'm just, 1 week at a time. We just got another game to win this week. There are 4 more games to win, actually. So we'll get the job done against Sydney tonight. They're a good side, but it's more about Carlton. We'll back it up next week against the D's. Then we'll beat the Lions at the Gabba, and we'll beat the Pies like prophecy that I, because they're calling me the prophet now, and I say Carlton Collingwood grand final.
Yeah, Tommy, you've taken off a bit. Are people recognising you from your tattoo now?
There's a few media commitments I've had recently.
Yeah,
and
it's not
I'm all over social media. So
Tommy, remember who gave you first? Remember where you were on first. But this is obviously huge. I think the last time we actually spoke to you, there was chat of like getting the tattoo removed because it was just like
lucky we didn't.
It just fell through, didn't it? It fell through. It didn't happen, and then pretty much from that week onwards, it was just like, oh, okay, now Carlton have beaten all the contenders. They, beat Diaz, they beat Collingwood, they beat Port.
The other thing that I can't stop thinking about is when we first spoke to you, Tommy, back in December of last year when you got the fresh tat. Liam kind of run his mouth and he was like, yeah, mate, if they make the grand final, we'll get you some tickets. That's a crazy thing to say because
I have not forgotten about it.
Don't bring it up again,
we
Ben.
absolutely can. I don't know how you're going to get tickets, mate.
I might have to sell.
Imagine a Carlton Collingwood grand final.
Yeah, I know. Liam's going to be really up against it, isn't he?
Because let's just say, I know, they're like Fox Footy, they have like a partnership. Like Nova, we're not just going to have tickets to give away. It's kind of like I'll have to sell like a kidney or something to try and get you a ticket.
If anything, Tommy, this is the sad reality. A lot of other radio stations do get them, and we are definitely not on that list. We are
actually, Tommy. I think I also said that we would all get Carlton tattoos if Carlton won the flag. I said myself, too. Ben and Belle would get Carlton tattoos
when
if
did
you want.
I come into this,
mate? Check the tapes.
Belle, you've always been a part of this deal.
Nah,
you can't back off now.
Was it a butt tat?
I don't care where it is, but it's like it's happening. Anyway, Tommy, let's just focus on the big game tonight. Is there anything you want to say to the Carlton fans of Melbourne?
Well, I'm just saying we're going to be the 19th man, and we're just going to be loud. It's been, chaotic 10 years of missing out. Let's fire up tonight and give the boys the edge. But I'm just looking forward to seeing Mr. September Charlie Curnow kick about 10 tonight. And then he'll be on his way to kick 100 in a season. So I'm hoping guys that will be able to run out on the ground on grand final when he achieves that, actually.
I mean, you can tell this is what you're thinking about. When you're supposed to be at work, this is just in Tommy's head. He's running out on the field with Curnow at the final.
Tommy, thank you very much. All the best for the game tonight.
Let's talk Ozempic.
Ozempic. It is literally the hottest drug in the country right now.
Literally, the drug is so hot.
Literally. I'm going to preface this by saying that I'm not endorsing it, but I think we should talk about it. It is a weight loss injectable drug that is absolutely taking over Hollywood, taking over the world in terms of what people are talking about with losing weight. Celebrities are being accused of taking it, denying it. Some are actually admitting that they have.
Belle, you had me at weight loss drug and you lost me at injectable. Anything injectable, you're like, yeah.
Now, well, it's injectable. It's a once-weekly injectable drug that, like I said, Hollywood stars have been accused of taking to lose heaps of weight because it's actually made for people with type 2 diabetes. That's who it's designed for.
Right.
It suppresses your appetite and it slows down digestion. That's how it works. Now, I thought, and I only learned that recently, I thought it was an actively calorie and fat burning drug. That's why it was happening so quick and people were losing all this weight so suddenly. It actually just suppresses your appetite and it slows down, your digestion, so you just have food sitting in your stomach for longer.
Kind of impossible to get as well, which kind of sucks for the people with type 2 diabetes that actually need it.
Absolutely.
And then if people are using it willy-nilly to lose weight, it seems
absolutely.
like a bit of
It's meant for people that are obese and need to lose heaps of weight, but people are using it to lose 5 to 10 kilos. Now, like I said, not endorsing it, but 13-24-10, if you are on Ozempic, I would love to hear from you. 13-24-10, if you're taking it, whether you've been prescribed it or not, I guess. The latest person that's been thrown under the Ozempic bus is Kris Jenner, as of this morning. She posted on her Instagram a photo of her in Tuscany, and everyone in the comments is like, whoa, you are half the size, must be on Ozempic. Kim Kardashian, Khloe Kardashian, even people here in Australia, in the media, even people in this industry have been accused of taking it. Not myself, but there are a lot of people that are denying it, and it's everywhere you turn at the moment.
If it's such a wonder drug for losing weight and it's for people with diabetes, type 2 diabetes, why don't they just market it as a weight loss drug?
Good point, Ben. I don't know.
Maybe is it dangerous? Is there side effects? Do you know what I mean? It's if you're misusing it, then it's maybe they can't actually market it.
Yeah. They've listed a few side effects like pancreatic cancer and failure and liver failure, but
then again,
everything's got side effects.
That's horrible. But I think you literally check the back of a Zyrtec and it's you could die from this.
Yeah.
I feel like they have to list everything.
Hey,
now,
look,
can I say the phone lines are full?
Yeah, the phone lines have absolutely lit up. Cass in South Moraine, good morning. You're taking Ozempic.
Hi, yes, good morning. How are you guys?
Good. Tell us about it.
So I'm on it. I've been on it for about 3 or 4 months. and I think I've lost about 8 kilos in that time.
Cass, were you prescribed it or not?
Online. It was like an online doctor platform. So I didn't go through his GP, but I still had a consultation with an online doctor and had to pass all the prerequisites.
Yeah, right. So from that, you can get a script and you can go to the chemist and get it.
Not even. So they just post it to me.
Oh, wow. That's interesting, isn't it?
It's like a dark web.
Cass, obviously, to a lot of people who, are body conscious or they're struggling with their weight and they try everything and it doesn't work or whatever. Are you, eating healthy and going to the gym and doing all those things as well? Or is the only thing that's changed in your life is you've started this drug?
So to put in perspective, I've just done a Macca's run. So I try to eat well, and I didn't really eat very bad. It was more just like I was snacking a lot.
Yeah.
Between meals, my meals are actually okay. But I found that since being on Ozempic, I'm more particular with what I eat because I'm not that hungry. So I'm like, okay, well, what I'm going to eat is going to be good for me. I'm not going to sit and eat something that's not bad. I'm more aware of how much I'm actually putting in my body.
Yeah.
Cass, do you feel healthy?
I do. It took a bit of time. For me, I did have side effects, adjusting to it. But I know that was a bit of a rare case. I had nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, all the fun stuff. But it was only for the 1 week I had that. And but I expected it. So I had all the help I needed from the doctors that switch up your diet. So I just lived on porridge for a week and I was good.
Cass, I don't know. It doesn't sound healthy. I'm not going to lie. It's sort of, I get it. Obviously everyone wants to look their best, but vomiting, diarrhea, living off porridge for a week. I mean, that can't be good
Cass,
for you.
well, you're not alone. Jennifer in Essendon joins us now. Jennifer, you were on it, but you're not on it anymore. Is that correct?
Correct. Thank you so much, guys. I love listening to you guys in the morning, so I really
thanks, Jennifer.
Appreciate listening to you guys. It makes my day.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, I call it semaglutide rather than Ozempic because I got it from a compound chemist. I wanted to make sure there is such a shortage in Australia, so I didn't want to take it away from people who needed it the most, the people that have diabetes. Yes, you do get side effects.
So did you get the same? Did you get the same side effects as our previous caller?
Oh, look, I wasn't vomiting or anything, but I definitely had it coming out of my body. I suppose that's the only way the weight's going to come out. So yeah, I definitely was going to the bathroom a lot more, and there was nausea. But look, for me, I started at 0.25, went to 0.5, then went to 0.75, and then went to 1.
Whoa.
There's some people that aren't getting the proper advice from their doctors or getting the guidance that they need. I recommend doing as much research as possible and sticking to the actual sticking to what suits you. So yeah, I did it. I lost the weight that I needed. The doctor just said, I said to the doctor I needed to lose about 5 kilos, went to the pharmacy, got what I needed, was nauseous and everything, lost the 5 kilos, got off it, have had a craving for chocolate afterwards. But I'm still trying to exercise and make sure that it just stays off and just eat healthy and, doing the right thing. Obviously it wasn't a fun time completely, but, you live with it and it's what I wanted to do. And that was 5 kilos that I really just couldn't take off.
And so, Jennifer, quick one for you. So then now you're not on it anymore. When you stopped taking it, did you put the weight back on or did it stay off?
I put 1 or 2 kilos back on, but I've been able to manage it.
Okay.
So it just steered you, it put you back on track or, in the direction you wanted to be.
Right.
Jen, thank you so much for giving us a call. Now, I really want to chat to this person. Sandra, we're talking Ozempic this morning. We've asked 132410, are you taking it? Sandra, now you're taking it for diabetes. Is that correct?
Yeah, that is correct. And that first caller has made me really angry because I can't get it at the moment.
Sandra, I bet. So obviously, So tell your story for us. How do you feel about the whole thing?
Yeah, so I'm obviously taking it for my type 2 diabetes, and I've been on it for nearly 2 years now, but there was a huge gap of about 8 to 10 months, particularly. that I couldn't get it, and I've been able to get it for the last 3 months. But I went to go and get up another dose of it for this week, and I can't get it.
Yeah,
So, and I'm on the highest dose of it, and for people that do it just because they want to lose weight, they're risking people's health, and it does help control my blood sugar levels, and it just makes me really frustrated.
So, as someone with the diabetes, Sandra, do you also get the weight loss or no?
Yeah, no, I've lost I do. I've lost about 10 kilos on it. And, and I had to go through an endocrinologist to get my prescription. My local GP gives me the prescription as well, but I had to get it first with my endocrinologist to get the prescription to do it properly through all the right channels. And people can just get it online. It's just really frustrating.
That's what I don't get, because obviously it's like you can't just jump online and order some cocaine, you know what I mean? Like it's like it seems like it's this weird thing where it's like some people have to go through all these like hoops, and then there's just loopholes where other people can just like be ordering it, and that's why there's a little bit of a shortage for it.
Sandra, I can't thank you enough for giving us a buzz and sharing your side of it. It's a very important side of this whole Ozempic, dare I say, trend, fad, craze, where everybody is trying to get their hands on it, and there are people like you that really, really need it. It's really important, like I said, that we shed light on your side of it. Thank you so much for giving us a buzz. And like I said, this was not an ad for Ozempic.
Well, I mean,
I almost want to get that first caller's contact, so then we can give it to Sandra so she can actually get it.
Yeah, true.
I'm still digesting those Ozempic callers.
Yeah. It's a very interesting area, obviously, and you've probably seen Ozempic floating around online of all these celebs.
Like a week ago, I hadn't heard about it, and then I think you said it, and I was like, I don't even know what you're talking about. And it's one of those things when people say it, then you see it everywhere. Like, because if you didn't know it was a thing, it's just.
I think, Liam, it's also because it's been taking off so much and so quickly as well.
Well, there's a few big names, like I think Kris Jenner, you were saying this morning.
The Kardashians.
There was one like earlier in the week as well. Someone.
Oh, Roxy Jasenko. Yeah, so she came out and said, "Yes, I have been taking it." But yeah, there are local people.
Belle, she keeps kind of teasing that there are other people in the Australian media scene that are taking it, but she doesn't want to say their names.
No, I'm not going to do that. But hey, you can.
If someone were to DM us on the Bentley Belle Instagram, would you then tell them?
No.
I will.
Use your eyes.
Wow, that person lost heaps of weight. If you DM us on the Bentley Belle Instagram, I'll tell you who Belle says is taking it.
No, don't, Ben. Don't do that.
It's here. Olivia Rodrigo's brand new album, Guts, is here.
Big Dave Rodrigo. Remember how we were talking about her song Vampire the other day? And we were hanging some crap on Tay-Tay because supposedly Olivia Rodrigo wrote Vampire about Taylor Swift.
Yep. Yes.
That's what you told us, Belle.
Yes.
Because she's like a bloodsucker. She's like, hey, you stole my ideas.
You got all this money. Now you want my money.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, she was saying that Taylor Swift has used her and said, like, okay, well, yeah, she was calling Taylor a vampire, sucking Olivia Rodrigo's work out of her and using her.
Well, guess what? It's a bad week to be Taylor. Because she's a massive fraud, guys.
Here we go.
Maybe those 2 shows at the MCG next year are going to be empty after this is revealed to the masses. Yeah. Big fraud.
Get your tomatoes ready.
Turns out all Taylor Swift is doing is rhyming car with bar. That's all she's doing.
What do you mean?
Every song.
Give me an example.
Okay.
What?
You guys know that song.
Is this something you've
noticed? No, you know that song, Cruel Summer? Okay. Yeah. Car and bar. Pretty cool. Mm-hmm. What about Cardigan?
To kiss in cars and downtown bars.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay. Yep. You heard that song, Getaway Car?
I'm in a getaway car. I left you in the motel bar.
Whoa.
She was going to call it Getaway Bar, but she changed her mind last minute. There's another song she's got called Hits Different.
At the bar, yeah, my sadness is contagious. Sadness is contagious. I slur your name till someone puts me in a car.
Does it on Cornelia Street as well? And Cowboy Like Me.
Really?
Wow.
So what's that? 4, 5, 6 songs?
6 songs.
One trick pony.
I haven't even checked the rest of her songs, but I bet she's doing it on all of them. So there you go. I mean, is it really worth the hype, guys? I don't know. Very excited to be joined now by the great man, Dyl Buckley. Good morning. How you doing?
Hey, team. How are we? Thanks so much for having me.
Oh, mate, so great to have you in. It's funny, like, we've only just met this morning, but I feel like I know you already. I suppose you've got a lot of podcasts, been around for a long time, but you're a very warm human. I mean, you were having a chat with the lovely Vicky in...
We're business partners.
In our reception.
Yeah, we're actually business partners
Dude.
now. We're starting a meditation clinic. I can't remember where you guys cut us off, but I'd invested. I've given her, I think, $100,000. I'm not sure.
She does that.
She said she's good for it.
She works on our reception here at Nova, and was also very into like mindfulness and that sort of thing. But like, literally when we came out to like, hey, Dyl, come in, I was like, is that his mum or something? Like you're getting on like a house on fire, and I feel like that's the sort of warm personality you have.
So, Dyl, you got a book, Honest Chat. Now, before we talk about that, I kind of want to just rewind for people that are learning about you now for the first time. So, I guess was your first entrance into the scene playing AFL footy?
Yeah, it was. I was born, played, did that, and then I went to the footy. So I played 8 years at senior level.
Yeah.
Mainly in the VFL, to be completely honest, and NEFL for those tragics out there that were living in Sydney and following that league. But played footy for majority of my life, and still look back on it so fondly. But it just feels like another person now.
Yeah.
Like, I'm still a massive supporter of footy, and I look back and I'm like, oh my God, geez, they're so strong. They're like, they hit each other. I'm like, oh man, like that. I have like the sorest neck now. I sit down most of the time, and you ask me, what do I want to sit? I was like, I'm just tired. Getting out of bed in the morning.
Who did you play for in the NEFL?
Giants. So the Giants NEFL team. Played 2 senior games as well. But it's okay.
And then you played a couple of AFL games?
41.
41.
Who's counting?
Carlton, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Okay,
Liam's a Carlton.
Yeah, I'm a big blue bagger, mate. Yeah.
When did you start doing your podcast?
So I started doing I got delisted from Carlton.
Yep.
Like a breakup mutual, but they initiated it. And then I had like 30 days off. And in all seriousness, that was like the scariest 30 days of my life. I know everyone's probably been sacked once, 3 times, but no one's counting. So I loved like radio, loved footy, and I was like, I want to get into radio, but I had no skills, as you guys would have, worked for years and studied in that space. I couldn't really do that. So I was like, I'll start a podcast, interview my teammates, and then have it as like a
demo?
Yeah, demo per se.
And this ain't just any podcast as well. I mean, Dyl and Friends has gone absolutely gangbusters. I mean, all my mates listen to it. Everyone listens to it. You've got list cloggers as well. And now you've written this book, and it's you would think, it's in that similar vein. It's footy. It's having a laugh. But the book is Honest Chat, How to Tackle Feelings and Befriend Vulnerability, which I feel like is a really important book, especially for someone like your age and someone who's played AFL and the sort of platform you have to young men and women. So what is the book about?
No, I appreciate that. I suppose the book for me, like one thing I always love to talk about, and this isn't my ideology at all. I learned this from a guy named Tom Harkin, which is probably my favourite thing ever. He runs Tomorrow Man. It's called having range, and I think like the best way I can describe it is he says if you can't bend, you'll break. And I think for me, I lived in that space for a long time, being like this, trying to be this like stoic, tough guy. The same story that we speak about all the time. Don't show any emotion, be embarrassed by your vulnerabilities, all those things. Until one day I was like, man, let's just own it and be a part of it. This is who I am. I am an emotional person. I have failed many a times. But started embracing that. I've learnt how to manage that a lot better. In a roundabout way from this whole like self-development of like learning about myself, it's actually helped me then talk to over 300 people over the show, learn their best tips and tricks. And I think the biggest thing I realised, man, is like we are all so cooked. But it's like just I think the more you can embrace that, the more you can like just go, everyone goes through this. That's really helped me. And then the fact that like no one actually gives a shit, just like do your thing. Yeah. We're all too worried about ourselves. We're all the main characters of our own story, so no one cares what you guys are doing on the weekend. No one cares what I'm doing. And then it sort of sounds a bit sad, but after that, it sort of like made me like so much just easier to do.
But that's why it's so much more important and powerful, coming from someone like you, because as an outsider, you're like, oh man, that guy's got it made. He's bloody played AFL. His podcast is awesome. You know what I mean? So it's nice to know that it's like, everyone's the same, and you can be in a similar boat and be having a rough trot.
The book is basically just all my mistakes that I've ever made. Because there's about 16 chapters worth of them. There could have been
it's pretty
more.
Good. 16 mistakes.
Yeah, 16 mistakes. Yeah. These are the ones I can talk about anyway. But through that, like I'm a big person in saying that, like I'm 30 years old, man. Like I've lived hopefully like a third of my life. I've got so many more things to make. I'm not giving out advice to anyone. It's more just like, hey, this is what I've stuffed up. This is what potentially you could face, but go out and make the mistakes anyway, because you can be told things so many times until it resonates with you. You're not going to take it on board.
Yeah, absolutely.
So there's no point buying the book.
Oh, no, guys, I think we got the condensed version. We haven't even hit 10 minutes yet.
Look, make sure you get your hands on Dyl Buckley's book. Honest Chat is the name of it, mate. An absolute pleasure, and you're welcome on anytime.
I'll come tomorrow.
Come to the phones. Yeah, come to our phones.
I'm working reception. See ya.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, bit of shush thanks. Time for Ben, Liam and Belle's Friday meat tray.
It goes to our best darn caller of the week every week. All thanks to Ashburton Meats. More than a gourmet grass-fed butcher, they've won Victorian Retail Butcher of the Year 3 times. Ashburton Meats, High Street, Ashburton. I think I would like to tip the hat to our toeiest caller this week.
Pardon the pun.
Yes, Rodney from Hawthorne.
The feet are the most articulate part of the woman. It doesn't do it for me if they don't have good feet.
Are you going to the feet first?
Oh, man, that's the first thing I look at, yes.
Old Rodney loves a foot.
We did, sometimes you throw some out there and you're like, no one's going to call for this. We did like 13, 24, 10 of your foot guy. Rodney was right on it.
Yeah.
Such a good job. And he was so open about it.
Yeah, which we appreciate. It's always good. I think, though, the best caller this week really got under our skin. Liz from Melton South, who told us about something she's gone her whole life without.
I haven't tried tomato sauce before.
Whoa. How old are you, Liz?
I'm 35.
Let's say you get yourself $5 worth of chips. What are you putting on that?
Vinegar.
God.
no.
What are you, 80 years old? Jesus. God. So gross, but you are our favourite caller of the week, Liz in Melton South. Good morning, how are you?
Good morning, I'm good. How are you guys?
So good. Now, we're going to send you a meat tray, thanks to Ashburton Meats. And it actually bamboozles me that even though their meat doesn't need it, I mean, nothing beats just dipping a snag into a bit of Tommy sauce.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah.
Liz, I believe we've arranged to get some tomato sauce to you. Do you have it in front of you?
I do, yes.
Are you going to go, so obviously we're going to get you to try this for the first time. Are you going to go straight sauce on the tongue? Are you going to put it on something?
I have actually cooked myself some hot chippies.
Whoa, I love that.
You're
Awesome.
so prepared,
So did you just go like air fry or how have you done those chips?
Yeah.
Yeah, air fry.
Air fry.
Oh, wicked.
Crinkle cut or straight?
Crinkle cut.
Oh.
All right. Well, please steer clear of the vinegar. Just do us this honour.
No, definitely no vinegar.
Very exciting. We're about to get your first time in 35 years, your first time eating some tomato sauce here live on Nova 100.
Now, just a quick tip, Liz. I think just dip a little bit in the sauce, a little bit of the chip, just the end. Yeah,
Also,
don't go ham with it.
Just because I want to be there with you for the moment, is the sauce cold or is it room temp?
Room temperature.
Room
Yes,
temperature.
it's
Okay.
sitting out.
All right. Well, whenever you're ready, dip that chip.
All right, I'm ready.
Here we go. Go for it.
Oh, gosh. Oh. Wow. Look, it's not great.
No, it's your first time. No one enjoys their first time. Don't worry about it, Liz. You're just like, I reckon after that second or third dip, you're going to be hooked, okay?
Oh, we appreciate you trying, Liz. We better send you the meat tray now as well. Are you ready to catch it?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go.
Oh, Jesus, that's the biggest sausage that's ever been made.
Nice.
Yeah,
work,
put some
Liz.
sauce on it. You'll be right, Liz. Thank you very much, and you have a good day.
Thank you. You too, guys.
Stuff,
See ya.
Liz. I like how it's becoming a bit of a thing now for when people catch the meat to make some sort of kinky remark. Like
Yeah,
it's
I reckon the last 3 people
literally
have said, "Oh, that's a big sausage."
Oh, that's a big sausage in my mouth. Or like people are trying to like one up each other.
Well, the first one I think was the slap, so it's not going to go higher than that.
For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.